not the first step, it is going to be the second step, and that too is not going to take place during the daytime as the word suggests or as the diagram represent here. So the dark reaction is about the second step of the photosynthesis, which also takes place during the daytime. So don't forget this. So, and break the myth. Light and dark reactions are going to take place during the daytime. And here the site for the light reaction is going to be the thylakoid. Yes, the site for the light reaction is going to be thylakoid, granum or grana. So, or another one is stroma lamella. Stroma lamella. So another one, here you need to understand the site for the dark reaction is matrix or stroma. Matrix or stroma. So that's why it is also taking place during the daytime, but the name suggests it as a dark. That's why people are calling it as misleading the name, and where you are calling it as misnomer, misguiding you as if it is going to take place during the nighttime. Another one. So here the raw material for the light reaction is water. Yes, the raw material for the light reaction is water, and the raw material for the dark reaction is carbon dioxide. And this water is involved in oxidation. Yes, the carbon dioxide is involved in reduction. That's why we are just calling this reactions as oxido reduction reactions. Another one. So now the water is undergoing was photolysis, right? So here let me just write, first of all, the water undergoes oxidation and the light reaction is requiring the photosynthetic pigments, and the photosynthetic pigments are not required by the dark reaction. Instead, you're requiring carbon dioxide fixation enzymes. One important example is rubisco. Yes, so now in a very shortcut I'm just going to tell you here, the light is going to be trapped by the photosynthetic pigments. Assume the light is going to be trapped by the photosynthetic pigments. Yes, the light is going to be trapped by the photosynthetic pigments. So in a shortcut, the photosynthetic pigments are going to trap the light energy, and then water is undergoing oxidation, which releases electrons, protons, and oxygen. These electrons and protons are going to give you the products of the light reaction. One is NADPH2, the other one is ATP. Now you have three products of the light reaction. One is NADPH2, another one is ATP, another one is oxygen. These are the products of the light reaction. Now what happens during the dark reaction is you need to understand much in a better way. Just think of that dark reaction is all about the carbon dioxide is going to be fixed, yes, so, and converts into organic carbon, which is nothing but glucose. For this dark reaction you don't require the pigments, but you're requiring the enzymes in order to convert the inorganic carbon into organic with the products of light reaction, and those products of the light reaction are ATP and NADPH2, because you are not going to utilize this oxygen, because this is going to be one of the byproduct which is released during the photosynthesis. I hope you understood this concept. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to